Alright guys, today I'm going to show you how to use some digital tools to solve some multi-step word problems. This problem is just a one-step addition problem, but as the weeks go on I'll start adding problems that have more than one step. But I just want to get you familiar with some digital tools that are available for you to use while you're at home learning. So I'm going to read my story, then we're going to underline our question and box the important information. Kyla found 23 pine cones on a nature walk. Jack found 14 gumballs on the nature walk. How many total things did they find on the nature walk? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to underline my question. So let me use my highlighter and I'll just highlight my question. How about that? Okay, so I'm going to use my highlight tool and I'm going to highlight the question. How many total things did they find on the nature walk? So that question tells me that I have to find the total, which means that I'm adding, right? To find the total, I'm going to put together the pine cones that Kyla had and the gumballs that Jack had. So let me box those things. Just underline it. Okay, 23 pine cones for Kyla and 14 gumballs for Jack. And together I'm going to add those. So let's figure out what is the best tool that I can use to solve this. So the first thing I'm going to go to are my digital base 10 blocks, and I'm going to build 23 pine cones for Kyla. So I'm not going to use any ones. 23 has two 10s, so I'm going to need two 10s, 10, 20, and 3 1s. So now I have the 23 pine cones that Kyla found. Let me go back to my story, and I see that Jack found 14 gumballs. So I need to build 14 gumballs. To do that, which base 10 blocks am I going to use? I would agree. I'm going to use a 10 and 4 1s because 10 and 4 more makes 14. So now I have to figure out how to find the total. Total means to add together. So what is the best way to add this? Do I want to start by adding my 1s or should I start by adding my 10s? Our brains like 5s and 10s, so I'm going to start with my 10s. And together I will have 10, 20, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 37 things that they found on their nature walk. So let's go back to the story and see if that makes sense. Kyla found 23, Jack found 14. Together, that is 37. So what you can do is you can take a screenshot showing how you built your addition story. And to do a screenshot, I'm going to push my Windows print screen because I'm on my computer. On an iPad, you hold down your circle and your power button, and it does a screenshot for you. So I have my screenshot so I can upload that so that mom or dad or whoever can see what I'm doing. Okay, so let me go back to our story. And then let me show you another digital tool. So the next digital tool that I want to show you is the interactive number line. You guys might not have used much of a number line in first grade, but this is a great tool to help you with addition and subtraction. So we know Kyla found 23 pine cones, so I'm going to find 23. Okay? Okay, so now I'm going to use my interactive number line. So if you click this link, it'll open up a page that looks like this for you. Let me clear my screen. Let me just open up a new screen. Okay. So, in our story, we know that Kyla had 23 pine cones that she found. So I'm going to start right there with 23. I don't need to start at 0 because they told me that she found 23. So I'm going to start at 23 with my story. And Jack found 14 gumballs. So I have to add on the 14 that Jack found to get to my total. So I'm going to start right here at 23, and I'm going to count up 14 hops to see what number I land on. You can count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So again, I land on 37. So together, 23 and 14 makes 37. There's another way I can use this interactive number line. I can start at 23. So I'm going to put this green on 23. And I can stretch my number line to 37 and count how many hops it takes to get to 37, which we just did. This is just another way to do it. But I like tens. So I'm going to start at 37 and count up to 10. So count it with me. 23, excuse me. I'm going to start at 23 and count up to the next 10, which would be 30. So from 23 to the next 10 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hops. So from 23 to 30 is 7 hops. So you can see there's a 7 there. Let me move this up so you can see. Okay? But I'm not quite done because I have to have 14 hops total because Jack found 14 gumballs. So now I'm going to go from 30 to 37 and see how many hops that is. So from 30 to 37 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more hops. And you guys know that 7 plus 7 is 14. So it is true to say that 23 and 14 hops will get you to 37. So my number sentence would be 23 plus 14 equals 37. So there are lots of different ways you can use a number line. Whatever works for you, you do. I could have also started at 14, the 14 gumballs that Jack found, and added 23 hops to see what number I land on. Okay, so that's the number line tool. There's another tool that I want to show you that's the interactive hundreds chart. So I'm going to click on that, and that link is going to take me here to Math Playground where they have an interactive hundreds chart. So again in my story, let me check one more time. Kyla had 23, she found 23 pine cones, and Jack found 14. So I'm going to start at 23, the 23 pine cones that Kyla found. I'm going to mark that. And then I'm going to count up 14. And once I count up the 14 that Jack found, I'm going to stop. So here's 23. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 23 and 14 hops would land on 37. So again, I get the same total of 37. So I just showed you 3 ways that you can solve this. Again, remember, you can take a print screen of all of your work, a screenshot of it, and then you can add that picture to your Google slide when you solve your problems on your own. So let me go back to my Google slide. So I just showed you 3 ways to solve this problem. So now I'm going to upload them so you can see my thinking. So let me go to my screenshots. Let's see my pictures, my screenshots. Okay, here is my hundreds chart picture, and I'm going to crop it just a bit so that you can just see my work, not the extra stuff around it. Perfect. And I'm going to save that, and I'm going to put that in my presentation. So I'm going to choose to upload the hundreds chart. So to do that, I'm going to click on Insert, Image that I saved to my computer, Upload from my computer. I have to go back to my screenshots. And I'm going to find my picture of my hundreds chart. And I'm going to paste that picture right here. So that's one way that my teacher or my parent can see what I've done. So I took a screenshot of my base 10 block. So let me go find my base 10 block screenshot, and I'm going to add that. Here it is. I want to crop it. You don't have to crop, it's just something that I do so that I take out all the other stuff and the teacher can just see my work. Mom or Dad can help you with this. Okay. And I'm going to add that picture. Let me close that. Let me close this, and let me go back to my presentation, and I'm going to, again, go to Insert an Image from my computer. I'm going to embed that picture. There it goes. It takes a second sometimes. So there it is. And then I could go take a picture of my number line and do the same thing and add it. So I want you to work on some problems yourself. I've given each of you your own word problem. So here that's just telling you it's your turn now. So I made a page for Kyla with the story that she's going to solve, and then I put those digital tools there for her to use if she needs them. And then I made a slide for Jack with his story for him to solve the same word problem. So you guys are going to solve the same word problem about Easter eggs that you find on a hunt, and you're going to use those digital tools to solve your problem. Okay? Have fun. If you have any questions, Jack, Mom can call me and I can walk you through, but I want to see how you solve these problems the best that you can. And if you don't want to use the digital tools, you do not have to use the digital tools. Just solve it on a piece of scratch paper or use the shape tools that are in Google Slides, and once you solve it, record yourself explaining your answer. So to record yourself explaining your answer, let me go back to my slide. You will come up to Insert Audio, and you will record yourself solving the problem. So I'm going to do my audio recording. Oops, I don't want to insert audio. I want to you know what? Let's not even insert our audio. Just show your picture of how you solved it, and then we'll look at each other's thinking and see how each other solved it. Hope you have fun. Bye.